What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Crumbs update. Excellent. I'm going to do a quick review on one of the books I read today. I'll also discuss a few things that happened today that I found rather interesting. But I want to say congratulations to Hippies Collectibles. 63 comics away from completing his Amazing Spider-Man. Very cool. I'm rooting for you, my friend. I'm rooting for you. Because one day I would love to know that joy. Eventually. Let me get into a review, and then I will go over some stuff. Yay, stuff. Got a chance to read Batgirl number 15. Awesome cover, and an awesome issue. Very, very cool. I liked it a lot. It's disturbing, but I liked it a lot. Basically, the crazy, sick part is in the beginning you see the Joker kind of in, I guess, Arkham Asylum. And there's a woman doctor that he's talking to. And apparently he has a journal. And he asked if she read it, and she said that she couldn't really make anything out of it. So he started going over what was in there. You know, a recipe for rubber chicken soup. You know, people that he's met, people that he's killed, like all these things. And what's really disturbing is later on you find out he talks about like some girl named Sasha that's you know a certain age and 9 years old. And the doctor's like, I have a daughter named Sasha that's 9 years old. He's like, you don't say. And she figures out that, you know, but it was insane. And then you see like it switches back and forth, and then Batgirl's in like this roller rink, and you know, the Joker's still talking about marrying her and all these things. It's just insane, but it was really cool. I liked it. Moving into some stuff. I was rooting through some things, some old boxes, and figured I'd show these because I haven't really showed them that well when I guess when I did my cave. But some of my boxes are getting damaged out there, so I had to rebox them. But I actually have a pretty cool old figure. It's Havoc, Toy Fair exclusive, in his original costume, and it's actually signed by Peter David, which is pretty cool. The only thing I find pretty stupid is that it's only sealed by, you know, regular Scotch tape. So, I mean, if I wanted to open it, you can always reseal it with Scotch tape, which is weird. But another one that I have, that I did open, I had to, because it's you know, it's not a clear box or anything, to make sure it was in there when I had gotten it from the comic book store that I worked at, was another Toy Fair exclusive, which I really should have tried to get more than one because it would have made sense, but the Multiple Man. Very cool. Yep, some more toys there, some more toys. And I had found my symbiote. Yeah, it's sealed up now. Yeah, sealed it really well. What's the worst that could happen? Keeping a symbiote in your house. Now, something that I found pretty interesting. I've been talking about comic book stores lately, you know how they were pissing me off, and I've kind of given them their second chance, I guess, and a lot of them are doing right. What I find interesting, which is kind of a kick in the ass to me, because as a lot of people know, I'm trying to complete my Spider-Man collection, Amazing Spider-Man, which is rough because I'm missing, you know, a couple hundred. I'm nowhere near Hippies Collectibles area. So I'm trying to go through like old bins and stuff like that, get some of the older issues cheap, you know, any of the 400 issues or 500 issues or some of the 300 late 300s. And recently I've had pretty good luck. You know, I've been going through it. I'm like, oh, you know, I got that for a quarter. It was very good, you know. Stuff like that are very fine. I'm like, you know, I'm not really going to get too picky with some of the, like the 400 issues or something like that. And I was like, all right, cool, you know, I'm doing well. You know, some were 50 cents, some were a quarter, some were a buck, you know, but not too high. I go into the comic store today, and I went to three of them. No, two, I'm sorry, three of them. They're in the other store, something else. Went into them, and I was like, you know, it is kind of tough to get Spider-Man in like the dollar bin or something like that, because usually he's not in there. But usually some of the prices of the old ones are pretty fair as of late. And I went looking through one store. I went looking through the back issues of Spider-Man. I was like, you know, what the hell? I was like, you know, see what they got. Maybe I'll pick up a couple of the 400 issues, you know, some numbers in the 400. because I grabbed a couple 500 ones and a couple 100 ones recently, which I'll show the second they come around from the mail. And I was looking through a couple, and I found like I think it was like number 410, I believe it was, and it was $23. And I'm like, what the hell? I was like, $23 for that. I was like, that's not worth like $23. And there was number 400, which I don't have yet, which is the one with Aunt May's grave or something like that, and that was like $53. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? And I was like, I'm not buying them, screw that. And went to another comic book store and looked through the Amazing Spider-Man bin, which was almost bare. Like, there was almost nothing in there, and I'm like, what the hell was going on? And this was at Bailey's, and I asked one of the managers, Trung, I asked him, I was like, dude, what happened to all the Amazing Spider-Man? He's like, yeah. He's like, people have been coming in, buying them non-stop. He's like, even when we raised the prices on some of them, he's like, people was just going crazy over Amazing Spider-Man back issues. And I'm looking, I'm like, what the hell for? And he's like, oh, because, Amazing Spider-Man, number 700 comes out next week, and, it's the end of the Amazing Spider-Man run. Now people are running and getting the back issues. I'm like, son of a bitch. So now everyone's after the old Amazing Spider-Man comics, and the comic stores I go to have raised the price insanely, and now they're actually hard to find, because the two comic stores I went to, they used to, like, Bailey's is always overabundance with Amazing Spider-Man, and Amok Time has a lot of the newer old ones, I guess, like, 400, whatever it is, but the ones they had were just way, way overpriced, and Bailey's is pretty much out. They're like, yeah, we're looking to buy more from, people and stuff like that. I'm like, Jesus. So my Spider-Man stuff might have to strictly be through Midtown, and even Midtown raised their prices on a few of the old Spider-Man. So we'll have to wait and see. Another thing, I know the end of the world is coming. The 21st, I believe, is the end of the world, from what I hear. And it was funny because my friend would say, we were talking about this yesterday and today, which is, these are the odd conversations that I get. Oh, why are you rooting for a zombie apocalypse amongst anything else? And I said, why am I rooting for a zombie apocalypse? One thing is, it would suck to have a zombie apocalypse because, your friends, family, you all, die and stuff like that, which is horrible. But the only reason I would root for it is it's the one thing you'd actually have a chance of surviving. It sounds really, really twisted. But if you think about it, if you had an apocalypse with angels and demons and stuff like that, you're screwed. No matter who wins, you're still dead. If a giant asteroid hits the Earth, you're dead. Anything. If, the sun explodes, you're dead. All these things, factor in, like, in an apocalypse, you're screwed. You're flat out done. But a zombie apocalypse, granted, there will be dead walking around, but you have a shot. You have a shot at surviving it. It will suck, but you will have a shot. That's the only reason I root for the zombie apocalypse, which will never happen. But I'm just saying that's what I would root for if I had to pick one. And another fun thing is a friend of mine. She actually challenged me to Mortal Kombat, which I'm gonna try to see if I can tape it in the upcoming months. I think in like February my friends are gonna hang out, and we're gonna see who the real king of Mortal Kombat is, because I'm devastating at that game, and Mortal Kombat 1 I was pretty damn good at. I used to wreck people all the time in the arcade. Mortal Kombat 2 I was flat out deadly. I used to just make people cry and just destroy them so bad. And Mortal Kombat 3 and Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, people, man, I used to tell them just leave their quarter and walk away. That's how far back I go. Leave their quarter and walk away. Nowadays, you play a freaking video game in the arcade if there's any left, like Dave and Buster's, and it's like $4 to play one freaking game. Anyway, I am going to be doing future crack episodes with some old school gaming, because I know our dad 95 likes that, and it is fun. You can see how crappy I am at the old school games. I'm going to do one coming up, hopefully if my camera holds. It's been doing alright so far. I think I fixed it, but who knows. I did a MacGyver thing on it, and see how it works. But I might be playing the old Ninja Turtle arcade game, the old X-Men arcade game, the old Simpsons arcade game. I'm going to do a couple old Nintendo games I'm going to play, just for shits and giggles. And Yeah, that's about it. I'm waiting on quite a few shipments from Midtown and some other areas on eBay. I went a little crazy and I bought a few things, so I gotta watch what I do now because I'm kind of on the border of my being completely flat out broke, and plus I'm waiting for the holidays. You know, a lot of stuff I didn't buy because I'm expecting to get them for the holidays, and if they don't show up, there'll be consequences. I'm just kidding. Um, yeah, but actually, one cool surprise I actually had that was very interesting, which obviously you don't have to be a great detective to figure it out. But I went to order some Mylar thanks to R-95 and um, Cutler, a couple of other people that I talked to on here were telling me where to get good Mylar and cheaply and stuff like that at eGerber, I think it was. And I went on there and I'm like, oh, there's no order or anything. I'm like, how the hell? And I realized you got to call them up. I was like, oh, all right, interesting way to go. But my fiance's looking at me ordering. She's like, what are you doing? I was like, I was gonna call and order some of these. And she's like, what are those? And I was like, they're Mylar. And she's like, oh, well, those are the things you were talking about, putting your old comics in, and we had a whole big thing about discussion about it. I'm like, yeah. And she's like, well, what do you need that over the bags and the boards? And I'm like, well, these are stronger. These, they look nicer, and she's like, oh, what, that doesn't matter. What that? I'm like, well, quite honestly, it's like the older comics I have. That's the whole real reason I want them, is because I want to keep them a little more secure and protected, because they're old as hell. I mean, like I said, I have the first appearance of Rhino. I have the first appearance of Mimic. I have a lot of old comics, and some of the ones like Amazing Spider-Man 300. I want to keep in good condition. Amazing Spider-Man 39. I love that book. So she's like, all right, well, you're ordering this? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to give him a call and an order. And she's like, no, you can't order that. Can't order it. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, now, why would she tell me not to order? I mean, granted, money is one thing, and they were cheaper on the eGerber thing. Definitely a lot cheaper than Midtown, and they give you a lot more. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, wait a minute. I was like, she's sneaky. And then I realized that she must have already ordered Mylars. So it might be a very happy holiday, Merry Christmas to me. If I get a whole load of Mylars and stuff. Yeah, I don't know, we'll see. But I will present my findings and my gifts on a future episode after the holidays. And just in case, which I doubt this will happen, but if I don't make an update before the holidays, I want to wish everyone out there a very happy holiday and Merry Christmas. If you don't celebrate Christmas, what is wrong with you? No, I'm kidding. But from the bottom of my heart, seriously, happy holidays, everyone out there. Happy Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. Merry Christmas. I hope everyone gets what they're asking for, and remember that there are people out there a lot less fortunate than you are, and it is a nice gesture. You go out, you give somebody, donate some food, a church or something, or a homeless shelter or something like that. Do something nice, because in the end it works. It helps you out. It makes you feel better inside. It's not like, I'm not saying give to get, because it's if you give a homeless guy a blanket, you'll wind up getting $100 later on. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that it's always a good idea, go out there and help people a little less fortunate, especially during the holidays. That's what I try to do. Try to donate some stuff here and there, whatever I can, and enjoy your holiday. And I hope everyone's got family. Try to take them small doses at a time, like I do with my family. Anyway, I'm sure I'll make another update before the holidays, so I'll make a better holiday episode, I guess. And Captain Cummings, I know he has his podcast coming up, which is very cool. I like watching it whenever I can get a chance, whenever I'm home and he broadcasts it. It's very interesting. I find it very entertaining, and I like leaving little comments. Yeah, I'll probably, if I'm definitely home this Saturday or Friday, and usually it's 8:30 his time, CST time, something like that. Check them out. It's very, very cool. And I almost totally forgot. I have a new subscriber, which I Itchy to Killer 90. Damn, 91. Hang on. You know what? I'm gonna look it up. Give me one moment here. One moment, because I remember the name, but I don't remember the number, and I don't want to totally screw it up. Oh wow, I was really off. Itchy did kill a one. I want to thank you for subscribing, and I will put your link in this video because, like I said, the super shout out video that I had is completely full with links, so apparently I can't add any more. So as I get new subscribers, I'm going to add them to the videos, and yeah, yeah, that's about it. I really appreciate everyone watching. If you like what you see, please hit the like button. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe button. And Cougar Comics had alerted me that I got a thumbs down on my Aunt May, which I thought was funny as hell. She's turned to dust. But hey, you know what? You can't win them all. If you don't like it, you don't like it. What can I say? You know, thumb it down. Whatever. Anyway, my saying is not as good or as great as Hippies Collectibles, but I like it. It's not the size of your man cave that matters. It's what you have in it.